day that we were already doing shit, so we have a free day.
Right.
You know, and now like you got a new relationship, you got a new business going. You know, I mean, it's life happens and it's hard to keep running. It's not like either one of us don't enjoy doing the show because we love doing the show. It's just, it's a prioritizing thing and it sucks. But I can't imagine that there won't come a day where we're having the itch and wanting to get back into it.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, I already got some ideas running around. I've been teasing some shit for the last couple of years with my boy Hush, and now that I'm going to be on the east side, it's going to be a little easier for me and Hush to hook up.
We're supposed to thank
you.
Everybody.
Love me. You really love me.
Speaking of which, Hush calls me up the other day. He's got this new album coming out Tuesday noon. If anyone wants to fuck around, St. Andrews Hall. They're filming a video for his new one of his new solo songs. So if you're out and about,
is he still doing a thing?
Oh yeah, he's still working and doing stuff. But
Dan, like you and I and Skip should do a show called Dicks with No Chicks. we could just talk about like how lonely our dicks are.
Chickless dicks or dickless chicks?
Hey, would you rather fuck a chick with a dick or a guy with tits?
Oh,
chick with a dick.
Chick with a dick.
It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, no, exactly. All right, on that note, we got to get the fuck out of here. Rikki Roxx is coming up.
Chick with a dick looks a little more like a chick than a guy with tits.
Right.
But no.
But then you'd
it's
be
still the same thing.
It's a hairy asshole.
So why would you want
thing? But he's just got big tits.
There's a lot more body hair
still
involved.
A dude.
He's got
not
tits.
The same though.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking him.
Still the same
would you fuck me?
No.
Then?
Would you fuck a chick with a dick or Eric?
All right, we gotta go. We gotta go. I love you all. We'll be back next week with the last episode of Bigger Bigger. Thank you to all. Stay tuned for some information on Just Roll It. It'll be coming to you in the very near future. Rikki Roxx is up next. Radiothon. Donate some money. We end tomorrow night, and you can win that Miguel Cabrera jersey or a basket of booze. Peace.
Come on,
and thanks for letting me sit in, guys.
Still going, Rikki. Beat $500. If you could beat $500, that'd be great.
Or beat somebody off for $500.
I will be your fifth When you take it off.
With the bass drum kicking and the guitar screaming.
Hey kids, would you like to be a rock god the likes of David Lee Roth in his heyday? Then you need to get the
Rikki Roxx Rock God Starter Kit.
Each kit comes complete with black nail polish, eyeliner, sparkly scarf, an actual chick magnet, a velvet jacket to make all the girls go wild, and an over-the-hat skull cap with bandana accessory. Act Now will also include a handy booklet showing you all the best places to wear your sunglasses at night. Regularly a $29.95 value, now yours free when you take advantage of this fabulous offer. But don't act just yet. We'll also throw in a wall poster chart diagramming all the best rock faces to enchant your audience, proven to wet the ladies' panties in mere seconds. For all you newbies, this great kit also includes a CD demonstrating how to push your voice for the radio, taught by Rikki Roxx himself. So quit being a big puss and man up rock style with the
Rikki Roxx Rock God Starter Kit.
Now yours for just $29.95 plus $99.95 shipping and handling. Call now. 1-800-ROCK-GOD. That's 1-800-ROCKGOD. Now. Operators and tattooed hookers are standing by to take your order.
Hey folks, head on down to Earl's Meat Shack, featuring the area's finest selection of new and used meat sticks. We've got everything. Buffalo patty jerky, we've got dick sticks, salami slices, and we even have those pterodactyl flavored everything. If you hit a raccoon, porcupine, or squirrel, we'll lug it in. We'll turn that late night tragedy into a tasty snack. Daddy Thump with your fender never tasted so damn good. We're located in the parking lot of the Dixieland Dirt Mall, just off of Jabroni Street on Telegraph. Head on down. That's Earl's Meat Shack.
Wanna feel your best before making an arrest. What you got?
gonna pick? Cop pockets when you don't want something salady. Avoid police brutality. What you gonna pick? Cop pockets.
Cop pockets, filled with juicy jelly, mouth-watering maple and bacon, and creamy custard on a crispy donut.
When you want an easy meal while you're busting that your deal, what you gonna pick? Cop pockets.
The cop meal in a pocket. What you gonna pick?
Cop pockets.
Hey friends, Avenue here. Do you wake up from a self-induced flatulence coma? Do your loved ones keep you away from open flames? Are you tired of running away from your own past gas to save your life? Then Poop Be Gone is for you. Poop Be Gone doesn't just hide farts, it overpowers them. The deodorizing enzymes let out love puffs of their own while suffocating your stench, leaving children and small animals safe without the fuss of calling FEMA or a hazmat team. If you're tired of smelling like Rush Limbaugh's diapers, Steve Harvey's relationship advice, and you want to take your life back, get Poop Be Gone today. Available at fine retailers like Earl's Meat Shack, Cunningham Drugs, and liquor stores citywide.
Did you wake up this morning with a nasty rash and nothing but regret? Did you go home with a sweaty bass player last night? Did you wake up wanting to chew your own arm off because some skank's laying on it? Are you feeling a burning, itching sensation in your crotchal region? Do you feel like you need to scratch your ass with tree bark? Are you walking around like you were banged with a Scud missile? Did you meet someone at the bar you thought would actually call you back? Idiot! Then you need Skankosporin. It'll cool that burning sensation before you do the walk of shame to the cab. That's Skankosporin Itch Paste.
Available at In-N-Out Party Stores, Bottles and Stuff, 8 Mile Liquor, and Cunningham Drugs.
program is recommended for mature individuals and may contain material unsuitable for morons, cretins, and dishwipes. If you are a moron or a member of the PTL club, please turn off your radio, because we don't need any more stupid, narrow-minded, pencil-neck geeks who wouldn't know the First Amendment if it came up and bit them on the butt. Thank you.
Rikki Roxx, Rikki Roxx. It's Rikki Roxx, coming out of the box. Bitches come in flocks, trying to steal his jocks. He ain't to be contained with padded rocks. It's the Rikki Roxx show, spreading like the pox. Rikki Roxx, Rikki Roxx. Rikki Roxx, Rikki Roxx, yeah. Rikki Roxx, Rikki Roxx. Rikki Roxx, Rikki Roxx, yeah. Rikki Roxx up in your grill, motherfucker.
Yeah, there's that, and now I gotta mute this. And hopefully, I am back on air. The Rikki Roxx Show, back out of retirement after 2 weeks, kind of like my tenure in casting Shadowz.
Yeah, you know, your social media is just so good because we know, like, the minute by minute, if you're in this band, if you're on the radio.
I know. So, yeah, here we are, another episode of the Rikki Roxx Show. This time it is on CaveRadio for their CaveRadio Radiothon, the second annual. Glad to be a part of it and not at 2 o'clock in the morning like I was last year. And with me today, Kevin Razlog is not here. I wonder why that is. More drama at 11. We have Mr. Bob Sergott here. He has done music videos for casting Shadowz. I think all of them. Yeah.
Yep, every video. They had an earlier Fallen Down version, but they recut that. That was before the CD. That was like a live version. That wasn't me.
Right.
Done Black Irish. Done Bob in April, which is not really hard rock, and working on a few ones upcoming, but they haven't announced it yet, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
I'll announce it. Let's just say if you are a fan of Kevin Razlog, you'll get some more video of him soon.
I do have his full approval to sit in his chair today. I did call him the moment that this was announced. I'm like, hey, is this going to be weird for you? And he's like, no, go for it.
You don't give a fuck.
No, I called Kevin. He's a friend. You know, it's like high school when you're like friends with a band.
You got to talk like right on the mic.
It's my bad.
Yeah.
It's like high school. Like you're friends with like 3 people and they all go separate ways. And you're like, but I want to be friends with everyone.
Yeah. Well, I think you'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kevin likes to sit way back here and talk like this, but you sound a lot better when you talk right on the mic.
Absolutely. And I took video and audio classes. You'd think I know that. But.
Right. So yeah, I guess right before us, Big and Bigger, they put out the call to arms. They're like, yo, Rikki, if you can get more than $500 donated during your show, I don't know what'll happen, but maybe just bragging rights for me. So we're here for the Radiothon. For people that don't know what it is, the proceeds from all of this is going to be a 50-50 split between several local Detroit charities, as well as some upgrades at the CaveRadio studio. So if you're watching the stream, all the ways you can donate are right there on the bottom. I don't have them listed, so don't expect me to remember them all. And for every $10, you get a raffle ticket. And in those raffle tickets, if you get first place, there's a signed Miguel Cabrera Detroit Tigers jersey. Second place, man, if I had money, I'd put in this one. I'd like to call it the Bad Decision Starter Kit, which is a bunch of booze.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, if I had dollars, I would totally be all over Humbl and donating, whatever that is. I guess that's a way you can donate. So we got an awesome show. We're going to be doing Beer of the Week in a little bit. We have our nuts and bolts that we're going to get to in a hot minute. And we have a metric crap ton of people calling in. We have Jeff Land from Casting Shadowz, who's going to be calling in, or we're going to be calling him. Mark Stebelton from Sever It All. Chris Slapnik from Eva Under Fire. Kate Mueller from Crafted Conviction. And John Keffalo. Is it Keffalo or Keffalo?
I'm not sure on that one, but isn't it Eva Under Fire? Because I've heard it both ways.
I don't care.
You don't care?
They were talking about it on the Big and Bigger show earlier. I'm like, yo, I don't give a fuck what the fuck. I'm calling it Eva Under Fire. And they're like, well, it's not Eva, it's EVA, not AVA. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I didn't go to college. Don't get me on that crap. It's Eva Under Fire.
I've always said John Keffalo, but maybe we should get that clear.
from Detentia. We're going to be talking to him.
And Core Effect, too. That's how I first met John, was Core Effect.
Core Effect.
A little bit, I think, earlier in your scene. Like, I was really into the scene, like, 2007 to 2010, and any night you could see Core Effect, band with No Name, Stellar Drive, Acrylic Sun.
Yeah.
Those were some sweet bands in those days.
Yeah, so, God, I forgot all about those bands. Holy damn. So right off the top, we're going to get into our nuts and bolts and harsh truths. This is a segment of the show where you guys, the Rikki Roxx show listeners, I can't say Roxx 100 because we're on CaveRadio. I just did. But a segment of the show where you guys send us, I got to put that on top. Send us your questions and we will answer them to the best of our ability, whether it be questions about being in a band, promoting a band, how bands work, how to have a awesome and healthy marriage. Don't ask that because I don't know. But this week on the show, we have a question from Joe out of Flint, Michigan. Hey guys, been a fan of your show since the beginning. I'm in a band and had a question about playing festivals. We all know a bunch of people go to big festivals, but as a small band, is it worth it? We have sent out press kits and everything, and a few festivals have hit us up saying it would cost upwards of $3,000 and even more to play it. And we would be playing between noon and 3 p.m. Is it really worth it for bands to take on? Bob Sergott, what do you think?
Depends on the festival. My day job, I run a festival where it's an art festival, so like if you're gonna blues and jazz area on that, and that makes sense to me for 3 o'clock. But if it's like a metal festival, I mean, we were lucky with Blue Ridge with Casting Shadowz that we had like Arian Jones and we had some good bands around us. But
yeah,
you got to look at it. Is it like I've gone to Arts Beats and Eats at Friday at noon?
Yeah,
you're playing in front of 12 people, 15 people, 20. That you probably did all the work to bring out. So what did you really gain? I mean, you got to look at each opportunity. Maybe look at the track record of that festival. Is it a new startup? There was one in Detroit that started a few years ago that it bombed out quick, and they didn't bring people. So if you're going to pay a bunch of money,
I remember that one. They had all these killer bands, and then they're like, dude, there's like 4 people there.
Yeah, and then we're talking like national names like Belinda Carlisle.
Yeah.
Like, one of my friends.
I remember like Den 5 played it. I think like Choking Susan played it. You know, a couple local bands were on that thing. They're like, dude, it was horrible.
Yeah, and you have money that you have to put out for recording, for music videos, for T-shirts, for merch. You've covered it through here. Do you have that money to throw for a festival application, or do you get acquired? If you get acquired, you pay this much. I mean, you just got to look at the festival. I mean, like what we did with Blue Ridge, I don't think there was a regret in doing that, but it could have gone bad if we got Friday at noon or Thursday at noon when they had all that mess going on of people trying to get into the festival.
Yeah.
What good would that done us to make the 13-hour drive to play in front of 10 people?
Right. Yeah, when Casting played Blue Ridge, I'm just trying to make sure we're all on the stream. None of my stuff that normally works because I had to switch over to Facebook is working, so I'm checking on the phone, making sure we're good. But the Blue Ridge thing, you know, it was several $1,000s that it cost to play that. And then, you know, even on top of that, you know, if you're going down for a whole weekend, you got to pay for places to stay. You got to eat. You got gas. You got your fun money. You got all this money, and it adds up really quick. You know, so if you're a band that's money is tight, no, definitely don't do it. If for a new band, there's better places to spend that kind of money than playing one festival. You know, when Casting did it, we did really well on merch and all this. Sold a bunch of T-shirts and drumsticks and CDs and all this stuff. But did it make up for the thousands of dollars? No, not even close. I think we made $500-600 on merch, which is really good for any normal show. But when you're already $4,000 deep, I definitely say if you have $4,000, don't spend it on that. You know, so.
Nope, internet advertising is how I'd spend that $4,000. But I mean, that was at least fortunate because we had the weekend. Those Thursday and Friday afternoons, it's you don't know what you're gonna get.
Right. God, the chat keeps disappearing. Noah Polson pops in. Bob,
hey,
what's
Noah.
up, dude? Larry Smith from Fallen Stronger pops in. Shane Strem hanging out. Robert Morrison. If you guys can share this, Oh, I thought you were pointing at something. If you guys can share this, we are going to be doing some Roxx 100 giveaways, actually, because I need to get rid of all that shit. We were talking before we went on air about all this extra crap from bands we were involved with and all that stuff. So the big challenge to you guys is if we can get 30 consistent viewers of this, the first person to call in once I say call in, you will win a Roxx 100 t-shirt and a metric crap ton of CDs and other cool stuff. So make sure you share this, get this out there. We are raising money for CaveRadio. All the donation info is at the bottom of the screen. And so share. The more people that are watching this, the more likely it is that I'll do this again and maybe bring the Rikki Roxx show back as a weekly show.
Come on, let's get the number out. I don't know what to do with my Sunday nights. If it's not like you and Raz or me filling in, I don't know. The Sunday night would be kind of like weird, especially with football season.
Yeah, Chris Tucker is hanging out in the
Chris.
chat. Hey, Chris Tucker. Let's get rid of this nuts and bolts and harsh truths thing. I already had it going away. Okay, there it goes. Like I said, the chat's not working, so that's why I have another thing I have to promote, for CaveRadio. They asked me if I could shout this out, so I'm going to do that real quick. Saturday, May 14th at the Links of Novi, the 6th annual CaveRadio golf outing. There is a 2 p.m. shotgun start. Have no idea what that means, but I guess it's a thing. You get 18 holes of golf and a golf cart. I'd rather just go there for the golf cart. But it's a thing. Scramble format, whatever the hell scramble format is, and contest for longest drive, closest to the pin contest, as well as 50-50 raffles. This also includes a hot dog at the turn, a steak dinner, a bucket of balls, and dinner music. Bucket of balls and a golf cart. All right. All this can be yours for the super low price of $105 per golfer. Register your team at www.crbgolf.weebly.com.
Scramble is where if you're not a golfer, you may enjoy it.
Okay.
So we're a team.
Okay.
And we all take a turn driving, and whoever's ball goes the furthest, we just play off that ball. So if you're a crappy golfer, that's the best way. You get to hit your ball, and it just never goes on the scorecard because you're playing the best player. So get a ringer on your team.
Yeah, that sounds. People have tried to get me to go golf, and I went to driving ranges before, and it just kind of like putters off the, what do you call it, where you hit it off?
The tee.
The tee. It kind of putters off there, and it's like, man, I blew my arm socket out, and it went all of a yard, maybe. It kind of just rolled down the hill. So I'm like, dude, 300 yards? Fuck that. It'd take me 300 strokes.
Stop throwing it like a hockey. Because you're trying to play it like a hockey stick.
I was doing like Happy Gilmore. Yeah, golf's not my thing, but if golf is your thing, definitely hit that up. So yeah, Bob, what's been going on? I'm trying to remember how I do this show.
Okay, well, let's see. Last weekend, I went and saw Tantric when I saw Line Within open. Did some video shooting for Line Within.
Jason Kane,
Dan Chappa, and the bass player's name is Jerry
Allen.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, there he is.
I do not know him as well. And then this weekend, I know it's we don't talk about cover bands much. I went and saw Electric Dream, which that's got some people in the original scene. No, it's like Gary Patel, Steve Lane, Jason Q, and then they got Carol, who used to be in 50 Amp Fuse, and Tiffany, who sings with Ronnie, formerly of Kaleido. So yeah, no, I saw that show. Saw some good people up there at Gator Jake's, or not Gator Jake's, Rogers Roost. Woo, Mixed My Sterling Heights Bar. I'm feeling today.
Hey,
and then I shot some.
We're only 17 minutes in, bro.
Yeah, no. And then I shot some music video for another artist this morning. Yeah. And I'm having the true Rikki Roxx show effect today.
The Rikki Roxx show effect?
Yeah, no, I started my morning with Kevin Raslock, and I'm finishing my day with Rikki Roxx.
So it's been a pretty shitty day for Bob Sergott today.
No, it's exciting. What's been going on with you? I've seen some few things on social media that you've quit the music biz, that you're doing a reunion tour with Casting Shadowz, which you really should wait a few weeks so then you can up your price points, like the Guns N' Roses or Eagles. They held out, they got the price raised up. You guys break up, and then 2 days later, it's like, hey, everyone come see us at Captain's.
Well, that line of Casting Shadowz is like the 2002 lineup of Guns N' Roses. It's like, who the fuck are these guys? Do you even know who's in the original Casting Shadowz? Who the original bass player and lead guitar player were? I have no fucking idea.
I do not. No,
I have no fucking clue. So that's like Guns N' Roses if nobody knew who Duff and Slash were. It's just been like, who's this guy on bass and guitar for the entire time? And then by the time people start to remember who they are, there's a new guy in there. So, no, I'm not in Casting Shadows.
Well, that could have been like the Rob Gardner version of Casting Shadows that we can't name. The original drummer.
Well, the original drummer's in Casting Shadows.
Yeah. No, Donnie's back. But yeah, no, everyone sees that on your social media. And then you got anything you could talk about tomorrow? You got rehearsal or audition?
Yes, I am going to be auditioning for a brand new band. I don't know if I can put it out there, but we're going to be talking to the singer in a little bit on the show. Maybe he can give a little bit more info on that. But yeah, going out early. It's at noon. And it's like, oh, noon audition.
Now you're going to do stage makeup.
Oh, fuck that. I'm going to roll out of bed and hope I make it on time. Because with my depressive funk and all this shit, I don't wake up until 1 or 2 in the afternoon.
We did a music video that no one will ever see that you were in stage makeup at 10 a.m. on a Monday morning. So you could...
sucked.
You could do the rehearsal tomorrow at noon or the audition makeup.
I'm kind of happy that music video is not coming out. Because you can tell it was 10 a.m. when I filmed that. There was no pep in my step. I'm just kind of standing there. I'm like, trust, kind of going through it. Oh, God.
You had the sunglasses, hiding the tired, just woke up eye. No one would have guessed.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks for you because I was down there with Kevin, and it took hours to record the drum parts for that music video. And now maybe you can use that for a future video.
Yeah, actually that was a lesson learned is I did not realize cymbals were so reflective. So that video was going to be green screened.
Mm-hmm.
And I just had nothing for the cymbals with their off-colored green mixed to cymbals. So it was like a lot of setup on that to get that green screen. It did look good. I saw the you and Kevin parts, but we never shot any of the rest.
All right. Jimmy Mulder, nice shout out for Electric Dream. Wow, look at
Bob, Mulder up there.
Yeah, you're getting, people are loving Bobo here. Danielle Lynn, welcome to the show. Don't know you. We're reaching a lot of people that I don't know since we're broadcasting exclusively on CaveRadio. Normally I do the Roxx 100 thing. We have our own fans, and I don't know if they're going to find their way over here, but...
We got Mark from Through Our Eyes is watching right now.
Oh, look at that. I didn't see that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, look at that. So, again, if you guys can share this and get it out there, we're raising money for CaveRadio and several Detroit charities, trying to keep them alive because they actually have ambition to keep their radio station going. Mine, it's in my basement, so I'm just be like, I just won't turn the computer on anymore.
But you'll come home one night from the bar and you'll be like, I want to play some tunes, and we'll just have Roxx 100 at 4 a.m., 3 a.m.
Dude, it's, I was telling the guys, what up, Aunt Cornfed? We're going, a good friend of mine, Tony Cornfield. I was talking to Dan Mayer and Al and Eric, about this. And I'm like, dude, thank you for letting me be a part of this because it got my mind off everything for a weekend. I still don't have a job, still don't have a fucking car. And, 2 bands falling apart in the course of 2 weeks, it weighs a lot. And, I was like, dude, this gave me time, took me away from it because I had to do this whole new setup and all this since we're broadcasting on Facebook and not YouTube. It gave me something to do. So to the guys in CaveRadio, dude, super cool. Thank you guys so much. I know they're over $500 because that's what they raised on Big and Bigger. It's a 72-hour radiothon?
Goes through tomorrow. It was on all day yesterday. It's all day today. Was it on Friday?
I think they started at like 6 p.m. on Friday.
So it's going to be a little more than 72 hours, I do believe.
And I think it ends tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Okay,
so it's something like that. 72 hours, continuous broadcasting, although I know for a fact some shows did not do it live.
Oh, no, this is live. So, yeah, live without a net, as Van Halen once went on as. What CaveRadio, though, is awesome, as your show is awesome, why your show would be missed. So you're a band, you're trying to get on the radio. You got to pay a bunch of money if you want to legitimately be on radio. Unless you got internet radio, and, CaveRadio, Roxx 100, or if I'm allowed to say that, 2 of the, best internet radio stations in Detroit. It's where bands in this area and bands outside of this area. You've had bands from New York, New Jersey. They run into the same problem. It's just not the Detroit radio stations that don't want to play live music. Granted, there is one show, but other than that, show,
can you really count that? Because it's like Sundays, like pretty much when we're on.
Why do you think I stopped?
Pretty much where we're on right now.
I don't want to lose our viewers. I didn't bring it up. I didn't talk about the Screaming One because that's our show. We're going against them right now.
Oh God, we are.
Yeah, why we shouldn't? So I was like skating.
Yeah.
But for real, I mean, you're a band and you're unsigned. It is just so hard to get any type of exposure. If you don't want to listen to what corporate America wants to tell you to listen to, find internet radio, find shows like this, find shows all throughout. They're all over, and you're not being dictated on what your listening pleasure should be.
Stewie, my buddy Sean in the chat. Rikki, glad to see you're happier, bro. Keep positive. You're the man. Dude, I'm putting on a happy face right now. You know, like I said a little bit earlier, it's like I sleep 13, 14 hours a day because I don't want to wake up, you know. And now that Nikki's got this week off from work, so she's home. So I'm like, oh, cool. Let's see if I can push 16 hours a day because I just don't want to get up, you know. And I've gone on long tirades about this and why I don't do the Rikki Roxx show consistently right now is, you know, Bob, you've listened to the show. I've been a depressive pity party for like the last 3 months. You know, so like I said, you know, I was stoked that the guys from CaveRadio asked me to do this, and you know, getting back on air. I do enjoy doing it. I just don't like being, you know, feigning a smile and feigning like enthusiasm. Because right now I'm like, Nikki's in bed right now. I could just go to sleep. All the kids are sleeping. I could just go to bed. But I'm here with you, Bob.
Yeah, no, and look at all the viewers. You've had people popping up. The chat's been going up and down. I don't know what to make of that, but I mean, you have people, they like you. They would miss you on their Sunday nights. Like when you guys took off, sometimes I'd be like, oh, let's flip this show on. My friend Christina used to host a show on Sunday nights that she no longer exists. And then her show went away. I used to I'm a gamer, so I play video games, but I don't need the volume up. I'd listen to these shows and I'm like, get actual music and not again, just this simple video game droning. That's what I do on my Sunday nights. And when that show went away, I was like, I found you guys, had a replacement. I obviously sometimes go to Big and Bigger as well on Sunday nights.
Yeah.
You're needed. I mean, people tuning in, they like you. And I mean, you got joy out stuff. I mean, life's not always just going to give you this golden yellow brick road. I mean, just find the good stuff, you know.
Well, this yellow brick road has been a decade for me doing this internet radio. I was doing internet radio when nobody else was doing internet radio. You know, it wasn't a thing and it blew people's minds. I'm like, oh yeah, you can just, you know, at the time, go to a website and you can listen to independent music and independent radio shows, and it blew people's fucking minds. And now it's like 10 years later, I'm like, well, still doing it, even though now everybody and their mom has a radio station or something like that, and podcasts. That's a thing now. When I started doing that, nobody listened to fucking podcasts. You know, that's how ancient I am in this.
I'm so old, I don't know the difference between an internet radio show and a podcast. I have zero clue what the difference is.
Podcasts are pre-recorded, you know, in like a studio, like a band would go in and record a song. People record, you know, a show. You know, whatever it be on. This is not a podcast. You know, this is live. You know, a lot of people now, the lines are kind of blurred. They kind of take their live show and then put it out as a podcast to listen to later in like an audio format and all that. But I was told that, you know, things that are on Facebook Live or YouTube Live do not classify as podcasts because it's video. So I don't know. Whatever. It's a thing. So what time are we? I'm totally blown off because I'm used to being done at 9, and now I'm like, ooh, 10:30. We went over an hour and a half. So we're at about 10:30. We can play we gotta do beer of the week. We'll play a song and then we'll come back and do beer of the week. Let's play some Cyanide.
Nice.
Yeah, let's play we're going to play their new song too. Hatespiration. We're going to play that. We talked to, I'm forgetting everybody's name, Noah, on the show about a month or so ago when they brought, I've been out of the music scene. You know, I've been to one show in like the last month. And if you know me, I'm usually at 2 shows a week.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I haven't been going out. So we're going to play Hatespiration from Cyanide. We're going to come back, Beer of the Week with Bob Sergott, video extraordinaire, Detroit rock icon, and the Rikki Roxx Show penultimate fanboy.
Wow. Rock icon fanboy. Wow. Compliment or insult? I don't know.
That's how you do it. You got to do a compliment beginning, then throw the jab in the middle, then a compliment at the end. It's a compliment sandwich.
Okay.
You know, my wife taught me that. She's in management. So here it is. Cyanide Hatespiration. We coming back. Beer of the Week. Then we got talks with Jeff Land, Mark Stebelton, Chris Slapnik, Kate Mueller, and John Keffalo coming up on the second annual CaveRadio Radiothon. Make sure you donate. Every $10 you donate, you'll be entered into the raffle to win either the Miguel Cabrera signed Detroit Tigers jersey or the second prize, the Holiday Cheer Bad Decision Starter Kit. I should have called it the Rikki Roxx Rock God Starter Kit. You want to start drama, drink a lot, and then you just start spewing venom. And then you too can do radio. So we'll be right back right after this. Episode number Radiothon. I'm used to saying episode number something.
What, would it be 129? Or?
No, this doesn't technically count.
Oh, okay.
You know, this is
a snow, Kevin. I got stuck with you, Bob. We're not going to number the show.
No, because it's not on Rocks 100. You know, it's a special thing. You know, we're not interviewing a band. We're not doing a pump it or dump it or anything like that. This is a special thing. So make sure you guys go out and share this. I see the numbers plummeting. It's great to be back on radio.
Inspiration. Let's get started.
Let's do it.
Jack our numbers up.
Money hungry bastard, you need it. Never did a thing
There it is. Let me turn it. Let me turn echo on that side. There we go. There was Sidine and Hatespiration playing them. Awesome group of guys. Sidine played, what was it? The Kelly Tucker Celebration of Life.
Yeah.
That you're sporting the t-shirt.
Sporting a t-shirt?
You got the t-shirt. You got the bracelet.
Yeah.
I was telling you before the show, I forgot to buy a t-shirt or a hoodie. And I felt so horrible. It was like one of those things I'm like, oh, I'll get around to it once my next unemployment check comes in. And then I get my unemployment check and I had to pay some bills. I'm like, okay, when my next unemployment check comes in, I'll make sure to get one. Never got one. I have the Don't Cup the Mic, and that's all I got.
I do not have the Don't Cup the Mic.
Yeah, well, they were selling those 500 times. So I'm like, oh, I have no excuse. They put these back out like 100 times. We're going to get to talk about that show with Kate Mueller because she played it with her band Crafty Conviction. But right now, let's see if I can get this to work. I had this set up. Where did it go? God, where is it now? There it is.
Live radio.
Yeah, it didn't work. No, fuck.
Beer of the week.
They can hear it. You can't. They can hear it. So yeah, that's the thing. Beer of the week. This week's beer of the week is from Three Floyds. It's going to look weird because there's green. Oh, Bob's showing it too. Kevin never shows it. He usually it's poured in a pile somewhere every time.
Well, this has got art from comic book artist Tim Seeley on it. So.
Oh, is that who it is?
Yeah, look at the zombie. I mean, it's pretty cool.
All right, so getting into this, I did not know who it was. Did it say it on there or something?
Or think I'm that smart? Yeah, it's on the back of the can.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. I thought you were like a huge Tom Seeley fan, and I'm like, oh shit. So yeah, this is Three Floyds brewing out of Munster, Indiana. This is their Zombie Dust American Pale Ale. This is a 6.2 on the ABV, 62 IBUs. I picked this up for $10.99 for 6 12-ounce cans from Mueller right here in Chesterfield, Michigan. Quick description on this one. This intensely hopped and gushing undead pale ale will be one's only respite after the zombie apocalypse. Created with our marvelous friends in the comic industry, formerly known as Cenotaph. Oh God, all these weird names. A medium-bodied single hop beer showcasing Citra hops from the Yakima Valley in the United States. And this is a first. You know, I always throw out the Beer Advocate score. This is the first time in Rikki Roxx show history where we have a Beer Advocate score of 10 out of 10. Beer Advocate rated this a perfect world-class beer. I did not know this beforehand. I bought it, and I looked it up today, and I'm like, oh, shit, they gave it a 10 out of 10. So even Kevin Raslog has not had a 10 out of 10 Beer Advocate beer, and I'm gushing all over myself.
Yeah, it's real heady. Like, there's a lot of that's like, so I'm curious.
Definitely ain't no 10 out of 10.
No, it's not.
What the fuck? Chad Egler from Casting Shadowz hanging out in the chat.
Chad.
Andrew Ostrowski and Jeff Landis hanging out. We'll be talking to him in a few minutes. So yeah, what do you think on this one, Bob?
Well, this one, first off, they advertise that this is a pale ale. This is way strong for a pale ale. It's just too rich to be a pale ale. I mean,
I'm just getting all the fucking head.
Yeah.
It pours horrible.
Yeah, it did.
I'm getting all the head. That's right, ladies.
No, but I poured mine earlier. I'm like, do I not know how to pour? Did I like lose my color?
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, and these have been poured for a while.
This is ridiculous. It's like ultra foamy, almost nitro beer head. It doesn't like quickly die down unless I'm just horrible at pouring.
It does get better when the foam comes down a little bit, obviously, but
well, I don't have 5 fucking hours to wait for this beer to go down.
Certainly not if you're running from zombies.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, the zombies are coming at you. You're like,
you're trying to drink this beer. Hold on. Got to wait for the head to go down. Hold on, zombies. Don't eat me yet. I got to have this beer. So yeah. Look, I don't know where Beer Advocate gets a 10 out of 10 on this one. To me, this is pretty much a straight ahead, you know, to me, it's a little, it's not an IPA. You don't have that potpourri thing like an IPA where you're looking at a potpourri dish or anything like this. But it's more smooth and thicker than your normal ale.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. I kind of dig it. That's not like leave you with cotton mouth or anything like that. I don't know about a 10 out of 10. This is definitely by far not the best beer I've ever had in my life. You know, what do you think on a scale of 1 to 10?
I'm going to honestly say this is like the beer, like if you know, have a buddy, everyone has a friend that's a craft brewer, and they're like, hey, I've been craft brewing. And you're like, oh God, please be good. Please be good. And then you're like, it was all right. And you were like, that's a solid 6.5. I'm going to go 6.5. You're
going to go 6.5? Wow, look at you, the heavy hitter. In Kevin Raslog land, that would be a bad beer.
I didn't... See, I'm a harder scaler. I'd probably on his scale, I'd be a 7.5.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's a pale ale, so I don't like when you advertise stuff.
Right.
So
Advertise it wrongly.
Yeah. The art I like what they did. It's kind of like a energy drink type of cover, like a Rip It or other crazy stuff that makes you think you're gonna have a heart attack. But yeah, no, it's it definitely foams out on each pour. Like I know when I want to pour a beer, and so do you, and it's just like it was so heady, and then we sip, and I'm like, ugh. And once the foam's coming down, it's getting a little bit more doable.
You know, the packaging on this is excellent. You know, it's you're not gonna be able to see it because of all the green. It looks like you're seeing right through it. But you know, the packaging on it is awesome. You know, I like the packaging on it. It stood out. You know, when I bought these, you know, I had three Floyd beers like right next to each other. And I'm like, fuck it, dude, this is awesome advertising. You know, it stands out from your normal beers and all that. So I picked it up. And, you know, 3 Floyds have been hit and miss for the 3 that we've had. Is this the worst 3 Floyds I've had? No. Is it the best? No. You know, I'd probably go a 7. It's a little bit, you know, maybe 7.5. You know, it's heavier. You know, it's not light and thin and dry like your normal IPAs are. It definitely has some bitterness to it. You know, it's you're not gonna get tanked on it. It's a 6.2, you know, which is just a little bit higher than your normal domestics. But if you want something run of the mill, you know, it's not ultra expensive. You're paying about $2, a little less than $2 a piece. You know, it's definitely a good beer to pick up. You know, don't expect to be blown away by it. You know, I definitely say pick it up. $10.99 for 6 12-ounces or for a 6-pack. Go for it. You know, you're not. I don't think you're gonna be disappointed. Just don't be thinking it's something it's not. It's not a world-class beer. It's
no 10 out of 10, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's not 10 out of 10. Beer Advocate must have been drunk. So right now,
or scared of the zombie cover.
So how do you want to do this? You know, we have all these interviews coming up. Do you want to play a song from the bands first or talk to them first?
Well, I'm sure it's going to be a little awkward of us just call and wait for them to like pick up the phone. So let's play a song and then get to it.
All right. So first off, Bob, you did the music video for this one. This is Casting Shadowz and their song Falling Down. We'll be talking to Jeff Land, the lead vocalist, the Axl Rose, if you will, of Casting Shadowz. We're going to catch up with him. Maybe I can find out what the hell's going on, and we can all find out what's going on in the world of Casting Shadowz. Right after this, the second annual CaveRadio Radiothon edition of the Rikki Roxx Show right here on CaveRadio, or what is it? CRB Radio.
CRB, yeah.
.com.
10 out of 10?
I thought the whole world now would live in a sin. Yesterday's a memory and holds nothing for me. I live my life the only way I know how. I keep falling down, 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 down. Now I take these pills, it helps me mask the pain. I drink the same old bottle over and over again. Pick up the pieces and make my way home. I keep falling down, 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 down. Now I live each day just like I'm close to the end. from inside and I scream. Now all I'm feeling is pain, pain, pain. Asking questions, why is it so more pain? Now could it be that I am nothing worse than me? I just can't take it, it's too hard to hold on. I keep falling down, 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 down. Life's been wasted, I can't do this again. One step from changing, my whole world caving. I'll give this life just one more day and I'm gone. Keep wondering, where did I go wrong? Too many questions, but too much on the line. Oh, you give up everything and just don't watch me suffer. Self-destruction, I keep it close by my side. I keep falling down, 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 down. Yesterday's a memory now, it holds nothing for me. I live my life the only way I know how. I keep falling down, 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 down.
All right, now I gotta turn this off. So, Bob, you did before we called Jeff Land, I have him on the line, or I'm going to have him on the line in a few minutes. What were some of your memories from that music video?
Oh my God, that video. This video is crazy. So, like, back up to St. Patrick's Day. Now, we discussed this earlier, but St. Patrick's Day 2020, if anyone knows what's going on, the world's about to shut down. And so I'm shooting there. And like Donnie actually came up with it to do it at Captain's.
Yeah.
But I had this vision. I don't want to shoot bars and clubs anymore. And I wanted to shoot, I know of a park underneath in Port Huron, underneath the Blue Water Bridge. And I wanted to shoot there.
Yeah.
And Jeff thought it was a good idea. But I couldn't get Casting Shadowz together. I know everything's about to shut down. I know people are going to start getting weird.
Yeah.
I just want to shoot this video. And sure, everything shuts down. And then they get signed to a label.
Yeah.
So we freeze for that. Then I shot one day of this. Then Louis passes away, which Louis was a great guy. I could take up the whole show's time just talking about what a great guy Louis was. And then the lineup changes and changes and changes. In the meantime, Casting Shadowz isn't getting stuff out there.
Yeah.
They break away from the label. Jeff's ready to get the stuff out. And he's like, Donnie texts me. Oh, it was my birthday. Happy birthday, bro. Hey, you should come up and like see our new lineup. Okay, Donnie. Jeff's like, hey, Donnie's coming up. Donnie says you're coming up to see me play with Rikki and Chad. You should finish this music video.
Yeah.
So I had about the same amount of time on this video, knowing that I'm about to shoot a music video at the Emerald Ballroom as you did. It was like I learned
was that
Thursday.
Diesel?
Or Diesel.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Diesel. My apologies, Mike Scott. So, anyways, like I knew on Thursday that I was coming out. Like, what was that? A Saturday that I came out, or a Sunday?
It wasn't a Sunday. It was probably a Saturday.
Yeah, and then I cut it on Sunday, and then it was like out.
And it was the first time I had ever met Chad. The first time I'd ever been on stage, not emceeing a show with Casting Shadowz. And I remember Jeff hit me up. He's like, "Hey, Rikki, I know it's your first time jamming with the band practice. But I need you to put on all your stage gear." And I'm like, my first practice with the band, and I got to put my stage gear on. He's like, yeah, we're doing a music video. I'm like, and I have to do a music video with you? I don't even know the song. And so you watch the video, everything I'm playing is totally not right. It was pretty much Rikki just looked cool. It doesn't matter if you're playing the right notes.
Oh, and let's get worse about this. So, like, I brought up the, Blue Water Bridge in that park that's underneath the Blue Water Bridge. I had a drone operator that was interested. But when we went and finished the video, and you guys are learning the song as we're making the music video, it's late January. That's a totally different weather time, so that just killed it on me on like what I had envisioned. But it was cool. The Diesel concert lounge lighting, actually with that blue lighting, I got excited because at one point when I was sitting there, I was like, maybe I just make it black and white. I just want something different. And then when I saw that cool blue light that Mike had at Diesel on you guys, I was just like, it looks cool. It was first time up at Diesel in like probably 10 months for me, and there was some emotions to that. Mm-hmm. So it was an interesting shoot.
All right, so we're going to call Jeff Land from Casting Shadowz.
Oh, I never get this when I'm listening at home, this nice little ringtone.
Jeff Land.
What's shaking, man?
Just hanging out with your boy Bob Sergott, the guy who did the Falling Down video and the video at Blue Ridge. What's going on, man? I haven't seen you in 4 days.
It's been 4 days. I know it's been a while. Not a lot. Just hanging, man. Get myself ready for the wonderful work week ahead.
Jeff, can I give you a little advice? Because I've always, through the years I've known you, given you advice. When
lay it on me.
When you lose members of a band, you gotta wait a few years before you get them back. I mean, if you waited like 3 years and you bring Chad back and Rikki back for a one-off show or whatever this happens,
cash the checks.
Yes, you need to get checks. These guys are on your band for like 1 week and a couple months. There's no demand for the reunion show. It's not Hell Freezes Over. It's not in this lifetime. That's just my 2 cents.
I don't know how this works, man. I don't know. I'm just trying to wing my way through it. I'm just trying to survive.
All right, man. So we only got you for a couple minutes because we got a bunch of guys to talk to on the show.
Yeah.
For the I got to throw this out there. For the CaveRadio Radiothon, raising money for local Detroit charities, as well as upgrades to the CaveRadio studio. All the donating information is at the bottom of the video screen there. Every $10 you donate, you get entered into a raffle to win a Miguel Cabrera Detroit Tigers jersey and what I like to call my basket of bad decisions, the alcohol basket. So we are here at Jeff Land, Casting Shadowz, the band I was in for about a year and then out of for a couple weeks and now kind of back in. What's going on with Casting Shadowz right now, man?
I don't know, man. Your guess is as good as mine. Kind of crazy, huh?
It is very dysfunctional.
All I know is last jam felt good. Last jam felt real good. So I don't know. I like what we were doing right there, but other people in the band got to make their decisions on what they want to do. So we'll go from there. And if they just want to hang out, then they want to hang out. If they want to continue and jam on, then we'll continue and jam on. But I think last jam session, what was it? The Casting Shadowz alumni party?
The alumni show, yeah.
Right. I don't know. I had a good time there. I thought everything went well. It was a good time, man. I always love jamming with you, Rikki. Good time.
So, even though, the state of the band is kind of up in flux, you wasted really no time in getting shows booked. Take us through that because, I've been in a lot of bands and whenever there's a member gone, it's kind of like a hard stop on everything. It's like, okay, we got to find a guy. We got to teach him all the songs. We got to get him up to speed. We got to get, everything locked in tight. But, I was really, me personally, I was like surprised. I'm like, okay, well, as far as I know, it's Jeff and Don. And then I think the first show you announced was the Smile Empty Souls show on May 13th, I believe, at, I like to call it Planet Rock, but it's not Planet Rock anymore. And then, which just got announced.
April 29th?
No, the one in May is at Planet Rock, and then April 29th.
Music Factory,
there it is. And then this one just got announced. Casting Shadowz is on the first of 2 sold-out shows for No Resolve. So take us through that real quick. Casting Shadowz is you and Don, and then some guys that are open to helping out. What made you want to jump right back into booking shows?
Well, I mean, obviously, because I absolutely love playing shows. I mean, that's why I just love it, But we're in the process of getting some new material down. I would say I got about 5 to 8 songs ready to go. We just got to fine tune them and then take them into the studio and put them down. And then that's kind of the plan. Then we still got to finish the Trust video. We got to get that finished up and get that out there. So
hell yeah.
I mean, we got kind of juggling a lot of things at once, but I'm just confident. I'm confident that we'll be able to do it. We'll have full members by the time we need to have them. Or if worst case scenario, there's some people that want to fill in.
No, Jeff, on the first album, you titled it Side A. Are we still staying with the concept of a Side B, or with just all the changes? I mean, we've gone through so much as a band the last few years. Will it still be Side B, or something just totally different and off the wall?
Well, what I want to get the songs all together.
This could be called Featuring Rikki Roxx. That's what the name of the album is going to be.
like
It's going to be Casting Shadows featuring Rikki Roxx.
It's like you are in my head. Quit taking shit out of my head, dude.
Publishing, baby, publishing.
Yeah, I mean, that's the plan. The way I'm looking at it is, if you're sleeping, you're not getting any steps forward. So I always want to be doing something. Otherwise, I feel like I'm stagnant. You know what I mean? So I always want to keep pushing the band, and I always want to keep moving forward with it.
So I guess the big question, and I've never asked you this, now being I can't say ex-member, but an ex. Weird.
You're Izzy Stradlin coming back on the European tour.
Yeah, I'm Izzy Stradlin. I'll just come in and out. Looking back on Casting Shadows, it's been a long time. You've had a lot of members of that band. Between guitar players and bass players and now drummers. If you had to put together the quintessential, Casting Shadows lineup, you can have, and this is how I want you to do it, because obviously you play rhythm guitar. You can pick a drummer, bass player. We're going to call you the singer. We're going to take guitar out of it. You can pick 2 other guitar players. What would your ideal Casting Shadows lineup be?
Well, first off, I got to pick my boy Louie, who's passed on us. So he's automatically in there. And then, honestly, the lineup we had the other night, man, that's where I feel most at home. That's where I feel the best. I think that Casting Shadows can be at its best at that.
Okay, that's kind of what I was fishing for, because if you're like, Don, of course, on drums, and who would your second guitar player be? Because so it would be Chad and Louie would be your 2 guitar players.
Yeah, yep, I'd go that route.
Okay, because I was going to be like, oh, man, if you picked like that string bean dude that played bass for you over me, I'd be like, okay, well,
I wanted him to take Vegas. I wanted him to just throw everything out there and say Johnny Vegas, that one show at the Emerald.
Well,
Diesel.
Why do we keep doing that? I'm going to lose my card.
But he does a great job in the band, too, man. It was good jamming with him. He's a great musician.
Wow, why do I do that? I don't know what's going. This zombie beer.
Jeez,
I went to a Halloween party 20 years ago, and zombie beer makes me confused.
Not cutting it, huh?
Yeah.
So, looking forward. So there's, you have songs that are, and I've heard, Jeff rip out a couple of these new guitar tracks or guitar lines, so is the plan in 2022, you've got shows. Is the plan to hit the studio? Is the plan to, and I know you put in for the festival circuit again, is the plan to get a new Casting Shadows, 4 or 5 song album out this year?
Oh, yeah. I mean, definitely. That's what I want to get out. We've been riding on these songs for a while and playing them, and, it's time to move on to get some new tunes out there for the people to jam out to and for us to be excited about on stage. So, yeah, that's basically what we want to get in the studio, get that stuff recorded, but I don't want to miss any chances playing some good shows. And like I said, our friends from No Resolve invited us to play April 29th with them at the Machine Shop at their sold-out show, and we are humbled and so excited to play.
And another question, if you can pick one Casting Shadows song that you currently play in your set to never play again, what would it be?
To never play again?
You never, if you were just like, oh man, of all the songs, you play live during a show, what's the song that's like, oh man, once we get a new song, this is the first song out of the set list?
Man, why you got to do that?
Because he doesn't want to play This Life ever again.
I don't
That's
want to.
why.
I know, but that's not the one. That's not the one. That's one of my favorites, actually. That's the one that moves a little bit. But maybe Say Goodbye.
Yeah, that's actually what I was actually mentally thinking, Jeff. I was thinking Say Goodbye to never. Yeah.
Jeez, because that's one of my favorite ones, too.
Is it? Maybe it wasn't the band for you.
Yeah.
Maybe you should get Jeff to songwrite your new project.
Yeah.
And Jeff be like, I don't want this song. It's not right for me. Here you go, Rikki. I get trust. I get, This Life falling down.
I like playing, This Life's just very hard for me to play. I've never been able to find a way to play it where it sounds good to me, because there's so much moving parts in one part of it. And I'm like, I can't play that the way Todd did. So I'm trying. Ever since I was starting in casting, I've tried to find a way to do it. Even like tapping and stuff. Like I have never been able to find a good bass part to put in there. So I'm like, every time that song comes up, I'm like, fuck, well, how am I going to pull it off this time?
As long as it feels good, man, it sounds good. You know what I mean?
It would feel good if I didn't have to play it. But
Why
anyway,
does it gotta be so complicated, Ricky?
I mean, you don't have to, you know what I mean? But I appreciate if you did. Sounds kind of stupid if you didn't play anything during that part.
Yeah. Chad in the chat says they all sound good. He digs them all. So Rebecca Jones, the merch girl, and future manager maybe of the band. So this is our lineup. Merch designs are becoming amazing, she says. Steve Ingalls hanging out in the chat. And thank you to everybody from Cave Radio who's chilling out. So you got anything else, Jeff, you want to throw out there before we let you go?
Nothing else. Just, we got our show coming up April 29th at the Machine Shop with our friends in No Resolve and Avalon Black. And Friday, May 13th at the Music Factory with Smile Empty Soul. And we're hoping to do that weekend. We're hoping to get over to Kalamazoo that weekend, too, of May, I believe it's May 12th in Kalamazoo, and then hopefully Fort Wayne, Indiana on the 14th.
Look at Jeff. Always fucking hustling.
Yeah, he knows his dates, too.
Always hustling, Jeff.
I gotta be, man. Who's gonna do it if I don't? You know what I mean?
Real quick before you go, what's it like playing with Donnie again? Because, person used to sit in this seat, you filled in for Donnie for 6 months, and now you're back to Donnie. Just what was it like that first time just getting on the stage with him?
Dude, it felt good. It's my brother. That's who I wanted to jam with, and nothing against Raz at all. He's an excellent drummer, great dude. It just came down to, I wanted to jam with who I started this band with, and Don was it. And we're friends. So it's just how I feel on stage. When I turn around, we're rocking out. It's a good feeling,
Yep, and he's the one that actually named Casting Shadowz.
Oh, there it is.
Right.
All right, Jeff, I will see you on Wednesday. And where can people, since we're broadcasting on Cave Radio, maybe people don't know where they can find info on you guys.
Just hit us up on our Casting Shadowz page on Facebook, and most of our info is up on that, and or just my personal page, and then or stop in at the office on Wednesday for band practice.
And it's Casting Shadowz with a Z.
With a Z.
With a Z. There we go. Haven't said that in a while.
All right, Jeff. We'll talk to you soon, brother.
All right, man. Be safe. Peace.
All right. Take it easy. All right. That is Jeff Land from Casting Shadowz, our first of 5 interviews we have going on. Oh, man. That's the zombie dust. Who do you think we should go to next, Mr. Bob Sergott?
Let's go with Chris Slapnik from Eva or Eva Under Fire.
You want to go?
We'll find out the answer to that question.
Okay, so then I just realized that I did not put any more Eva Under Fire in there because we played it at the top of the show. And I got more. Don't worry about it. I got plenty. I just got to scroll through.
Well, do you want to come back to Chris and just play Sever It All?
No, I got it.
Right
I got it. We'll go old school. We'll go old school Eva Under Fire with Until Forever.
A great one.
So we'll play that, and then we will give Chris Slapnik from Eva Under Fire a call and catch up with him right here on the second annual Cave Radio Radiothon episode of the Rikki Roxx Show, right here on CRBRadio.com. Oh, geez. Kevin does that better. All right, be right back.
Villain.
To get it right, you gotta give it more, or it's never gonna come true.
Yeah. We're back. That was horrible. That's horrible radio right there for you. I was trying to put out a Facebook post, and then I'm like, ugh, I got 30 seconds. Let's see if I can get it out quick. So, yeah, that was Eva Under Fire in their song Until Forever. You got any memories of these guys real quick before we give up? Call up Chris?
Yeah, no. So I went to their, actually, we just brought up No Resolve. And CaveRadio. So I went to CaveRadio's 5th birthday bash. I never saw Eva Under Fire before then.
I was a New Day Revolution on that show.
Yes. Yeah. So I saw them, and they just blew me away. And I talked. No one really knows that I book a festival, and I talked to Amanda. I was like, "Great job." She's like, "You got to come out to our CD release party." And I saw the bill, like Spiral Crush, the Lows. And I went to that CD release party. I'm the only one in the crowd that knows. And I've booked Vince Neil. No one knows that Vince Neil's coming to Sterling Fest. Standing in that crowd, I'm like, this is who I should get to open for Vince Neil. And it was just funny because it's like great when you have those little secrets that no one knows, but you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And they just rocked it. And just so professional. That's one thing you don't, when you get to see these people on stage, any band, you don't see them behind the scenes. Chris Slapnik, he's such a great person to deal with. I'm excited that when I saw he was on the bill list, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
And you're like, hell yeah.
Yeah, no, even like, he knows how to work it, though, because like the Sterling Police Department, there are security. One cop's like, hey, man, I really love what you guys are doing. Chris goes, whatever he's opening for Vince, runs to the merch booth, grabs 2 CDs for this cop, hands it to him, never says anything, and that cop is in the beer tent. And later I ran into him, and he's like, oh my God.
Was he on duty, cop?
Yeah, he was on duty.
And he's at the beer tent?
No, security.
What are you doing, Sterling Heights PD?
Security. At the end of the night, it can get a little rowdy as people finish these. And I just saw him there, and he was just like, oh my God, they gave me free CDs. And he was just like, just starstruck over Eva Under Fire.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to give Chris Slapnik a call right now from Eva Under Fire. Hopefully he picks up and he remembers. Big rock star shit.
Hello?
Chris Slapnik.
What's going on?
How you doing, bro?
Good, how are you?
Doing all right. You know, we're here doing the CaveRadio Radiothon. You were a host on CaveRadio for a hot minute on Is This Thing On? You know, real quick, before we get into Eva Under Fire, talk about your time doing radio.
Oh, I had a lot of fun there. It was every week. It was wild. We would have people on, and just stupid shit would happen. But it was always fun. It was actually a really great time.
All right, super cool. I was expecting Bob to chime in with something chirpy and snarky there.
No, I was listening to Chris because this is my first time. I made a few bloopers on the blooper reel.
So, Eva Under Fire, you guys are just got done with the tour with Theory of Dead Man not too long ago. Take us through all that. Take us through, the tour life and what you're doing now that you're not on the road.
Well, did you see that we announced today we're going to play Shipwreck?
I did not see that.
I did not see that either. That's awesome, Chris.
So we're supposed to play that, and so now that we're not doing that, we're basically working out. Basically we're getting together and working on our set and making changes for the next tour that's going to happen sometime in the spring, and that should line up with the album release. So we're just trying to, take what we did on the road and improve it, like add stuff to songs, just make the show better.
So what can you because you've been sitting on this album for a while now. Can you Until Forever, which we just played, and boom, I did it. What can you tell us about what's coming up on that record? Can you tell people how many songs are going to be on it? Can you tell us any info?
There's going to be 12 songs. There's a few features on it. There's the feature with the guy from what is that on below? Like Ice Nine Kills. We have a feature from the rapper from Ashes to New. And the album has everything from, like songs like Comatose that are a little heavier to a song called Reason, which is kind of like a adult contemporary hit type of song. You know what I mean? So we kind of just did whatever we felt like again. And the album is going to be like stuff we've released before where it goes, a wide range of different type of sounds.
Now, what's it like gearing up for your first album? I remember when the album was first.
Well, like third.
Well, yeah, it's the third, but the first national
major
national release. There you go, Ricky. So like
it's slow and painful because we've had it done forever. I don't even remember how long ago we finished the album. And then COVID happened, it got delayed. Then they didn't think touring was going to come back, so they delayed it. And then we still went out with Buck Cherry, then Skillet, and then, Theory of a Dead Man. And they're like, in hindsight, they're like, oh, we probably should have put the album out when you guys were on those tours. So now they're trying to find the right tour to put us out with next spring to release the album. But it's been done forever.
Now, do you have to just with the release date though? Do you have Zoom calls with the label every week, or is it like, hey, we're done, we're just trying to find you on a show and we'll release it, and not really involving you guys as much?
We have a meeting every Thursday.
Okay.
So every Thursday we have a phone call meeting with label and management to go over, what we're doing, what we have coming up, just the progress on everything. You know what I mean?
So when it comes to something like a CD release show, is that something? I'm assuming that's something you're going to do.
Well, we might do something like that, on our own. It would have nothing to do with the label or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Because that's what I was going to ask. Is that something the label's like? Okay, well, if you're going to release, an album, on our label, we need to, have some control over the other bands that are on the bill, where it's at, all this. Is there that kind of discussion? Because that CD release is coming up pretty quick.
No, well, actually, right now it's been pushed back, and then it can be moved forward. So it was supposed to be in March. Now they've pushed it back to May, and the reason they did that is because May was the furthest they could push it back without taking down the pre-orders that have already happened. But when they lock in the tour for the spring, they said they would move it back up to whenever that would be, whether it be the beginning of May or sometime in April. They just have to lock in the right tour, and they're having issues with that because of, all this COVID stuff. Some stuff's getting canceled, some stuff's getting pushed back. So it's just a disaster. But if you stay with Casting Shadowz and we have a CD release party, you guys could play.
Well, right now I'm filling in for them. We're doing the show with No Resolve, their first of the two sold out shows at the shop. I'm filling. Right now technically I'm filling in for them. Until my certain demands are met. So yeah, technically on the gigging lineup of Casting Shadowz, I'm still in it.
Well, yeah, you should just stay in it. But yeah, you don't want to practice on a bar. I get that.
No,
it's just it's impossible to get anything done. I couldn't imagine trying to write a song or rehearse a song and a bunch of drunk idiots are yelling for you to play Slayer or something.
It
do some shots with us. Do some shots with us. Come on, don't write the song.
Bob's been there.
Yeah.
And last time we had a comedian who wanted to come up and start telling jokes on a microphone in the middle of playing. So that was fun.
Shit, there was a rehearsal where you guys all went and did shots, and I picked up a guitar and started playing.
Yeah,
that actually happened once.
So, since you're, CD really, you bring up Casting Shadowz, and that brings up another question. Who are, I know your personal disdain for Kaleido.
They're on Shiprock too.
Yeah, they are.
So, are we going to get the celebrity death match of Christina Chris versus Ava Marie? Are we going to get that throwdown, or are you thinking about this?
No, I don't think anybody really honestly cares.
Well, it's going to be something like if you see Cody Morales walking around, be like, "Hey, bro, what's going on?" Or is it just kind of avoid at all costs?
Oh, I don't avoid anybody. I don't really care. It's just I'm not trying to be mean, but they're they don't. I don't know how to say it other than they're nobody. I don't give a shit about them.
All right, so on the opposite side of that, let's do the hypothetical. I did it with Jeff earlier with Casting Shadowz, on what would his ideal Casting Shadowz lineup be. My hypothetical for you is you can set up, your CD release show, major label debut. Where would you want to do it? And what bands would you want to have on that bill?
Okay, well, if I could do it anywhere, there's two venues I'm going to say. One would be the Fillmore, because that place is really, it's one of my favorite places to see a show, and I've been lucky enough to play there. And two, there's a venue that's going to be opening in Wyandotte, Michigan, that this person, Julie, we work with a lot, is making, and I've seen pictures and what she's doing. It's going to be one of the nicest venues. It's going to be about an 1,100 seat venue, but it's going to be everything's going to be brand new and top notch.
Oh, that's awesome.
Shit. How have I not heard anything
I didn't hear
about
anything
this?
about this either.
All right.
Yeah, we do a lot. we've done a lot of. She does a lot of events. You know, I'm sure you've been to her events, and she does a lot of shows. But yeah, so she's opening a venue, and it's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be one of the nicer venues around here. So, and then now the bands I get to choose from, does it matter if you're local or national or?
Well, it has to be something, attainable. Don't be like, well, I want to have Seven Dust open for us, and then I want to get Tremonti open, to be the first band, and then I need Limp Bizkit to play middle slot. Something actually kind of attainable.
With Chris, Limp Bizkit would be higher on the list, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, they would be the headliner, and we would play right before them.
All right, so attainable bands.
I talked about this before. I think it'd be cool if we got you guys and Cast and Shadowz and that Stage Drive band, and just had a 3-band bill. That's enough.
Sounds like a killer lineup. I mean, all you'd really need is Eva Under Fire to just do 3 fucking hours. Fuck all the other bands.
Yeah, actually, didn't they get you in trouble on your birthday party because they instead of they played this? It was an amazing set.
Yeah, Eva Under Fire got me in trouble when you guys played my birthday show last year. I got in trouble.
What do we do?
You guys went way long.
You guys went long. Yeah, God, I hate shouting them out like this, but if people look, they'd be able to see who was right after Eva Under Fire. It was Heartsick. And I remember, Fonz coming up to me. I'm on Chris's side of the stage, watching Eva Under Fire play. And Fonz comes up to me. He's like, yo, bro, I don't know what you're planning on doing, but they're over their time, and our people are starting to want to get back to wherever the hell they're going. So can you get them to wrap it up? I'm like, okay, yeah, they're about 5-6 minutes over. So I signal up to Chris. I'm like, one more, and I do the wrap it up thing. And then Chris just gives me a thumbs up. And that was it. And I'm like, okay, I told Fonz, I'm like, well, I told him, and he gave me a thumbs up. I don't know what a thumbs up means or whatever. And then you guys went and played like 2 or 3 more songs, and I just saw him seething, at his merch booth. I'm like, bro, sorry. What am I going to do? Kick him off? They got like 70, 80 people here.
Oh, easily like half the crowd would. I took a picture of like Chris and like 6 people wearing onesies before the show.
Yeah, so I'm like, what am I going to do? Tell them to cut the power? So I'm like, I got to kind of let them go.
It's a kick-ass show, though.
That is funny. I do remember that, but I feel like we were supposed to play an hour. We had an hour set programmed in there, but we could have been over. I don't remember. That was the first time really playing in a long time.
Yeah, that was the first time a lot of people play in a long time. So, going out, you mentioned, going out on tour in the spring, are you looking at, medium-sized venues again? Has your label been like, hey, we're looking, the same caliber of bands, your Theory of a Dead Man, your Skillets and Buck Cherries, or you guys shooting for, a bigger name like Limp Bizkit or Rob Zombie or something like that?
2 things. Yeah, they're doing 2 things. One would be the size of what we already did, and then the other is a 10 to 15,000 seat venue a night with the biggest band on it, one of the biggest bands on our label. So I don't know what's going to happen, but either would be fine.
Motley Crue.
No, they're playing America.
They're playing this. They're going.
That's sweet. I have good tickets for that show. I hope Eva gets on that show.
Motley Crue's an arena band.
They're a stadium band. So they're going to go. This is what I'm thinking. Okay. Eva Under Fire tearing it up, doing big things. They're going to be a new band added on to the stadium tour with Def Leppard, Motley Crue, Joan Jett, and Poison. Eva Under Fire is going to be the first band.
It's not going to be us, but I can't remember the name of the band. They did put a band from our label on that tour.
Oh, really? Okay.
You should have had a talk with your label. Be like, come on, guys.
That's not a good fit for us, though.
I think playing Comerica Park, you make it fit.
You guys played Skid Row on my show. I mean, did you end on Skid Row? That would have been a right fit. I mean, for the rest of your lineup, it wouldn't. But you guys did some of that Separate Ways and Skid Row, Youth Gone Wild.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so we got to wrap this up. We got a lot more people to talk to. So, is there anything else you want to throw out there to anybody listening on CaveRadio right now?
No, just bring back Rocks 100 next week.
You got to talk to Kevin Raslov about that. All right, Chris, we'll talk to you soon, brother.
See you, Chris.
Have a good day.
All right, take it easy. Chris Slapnik from Eva Under Fire. Who do you want to hit next?
Let's just go down the line with Mark.
We got to start plugging them away. because we only got about 35 more minutes and we have 3 more interviews. So here's Sever It All and their song Too Late. We're going to get Mark Stebelton on the tip real quick. So here it is. Rocks 100. The Rikki Roxx Show on CaveRadio, CRBradio.com. And we are back. Let me turn this on and it's off. All right, so that was Sever It All and their song Too Late. Mark said he was going to call in, so we're going to wait here for Mark Stebelton from Sever It All to call into the show. We only got a couple minutes, so there it is. All right. Mark.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Mark?
What's happening?
Just hanging out here doing a show for the CaveRadio Radiothon, the second annual, and we went overboard and booked so many people to come on and talk, and you are one of those guys. Sever It All. Take us, give us the backstory. I haven't talked to you on this show in a while, and what's going on with the band?
Sever It All. Sever It All is currently not doing much. I've been focusing on some music that I've had sitting around for a couple of years. And Garrett and I from Garrett Ramsden from Sever It All, the drummer, and I kind of been working on starting a different project. So things are really super slow with Sever It All at this current point. But we did put a song out this year called When I'm Gone that's been getting some pretty good attention. I've turned down more shows than I've taken, so just to try to work on new music and stuff. And it's been a lot more fun.
So why is it going slow with Sever It All? What's the reason behind that?
Design. By design. I've been Sever It All. Before I came to Detroit, I was just Sever from Columbus, Ohio, regionally playing around and stuff. And then I've been Sever It All up here in Detroit since 2017 with a lineup of Comic Lysick and Garrett Ramsden, and then an altering door of bass players. So
the story of every band's life.
Yeah, you know, it's been the one person, Kyle and Garrett and I, we knew right away that we enjoyed being in the band together, but kind of had a hard time finding a bass player for a long time. We did find a guy who's been playing with us this summer. We did some out-of-state stuff, but then he decided he doesn't want to tour, so there you go. You know how that goes.
Mhm.
It's always something. I just celebrated 10 years of being Sever this year, though, and I thought to myself, man, this is a pretty good time. A lot of the music that I've been writing isn't written in the design of Sever the way Sever does.
Mhm.
So I knew that the stuff I've been writing wouldn't be, you know, for Sever, and I wasn't exactly sure what to do with it. And luckily, Garrett really liked what I've been playing for him, and we just really wanted to do something with what I was doing there. He was playing in the Wrecking Crew, so he'd been touring around all summer long, and started having visions of taking his own project and doing that. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing there. We haven't revealed all the members of the band, although most of everybody that's in the band right now, people will know who they are. So that's pretty cool. I've been lucky to get some really good players.
Now on social media, I see you posted something called Reason 9. Would that be this band?
Yeah, I can say that. Yeah, and I can confirm that Garrett Ramsden's in this band for sure.
Okay, yeah, no, we're Facebook friends, and I saw you post about Reason 9, so I was just trying to add up, is that something else, or is that this?
Yeah, we were teasing. We're kind of teasing. We put a little teaser video up without saying who we were, and it's been kind of cool. It got like 2.8 views naturally, so that was kind of nice.
Yeah, no, I saw it. I saw it on my social media, so it was cool.
So what can you tell us, you know, about this? Because Sever, like you said, kind of the indefinite hiatus thing, and this new band, you know, what can you say about it?
There will be much new music, a lot of new music with people that you know, and some videos, and just this is going to be as pro as we can get it. I guess that's all of us really want to try as hard as we can to be as professionally musicians, you know, just like yourself. We've all done it before. So it's like, you know, you got to pull all those resources together. People like you have Bob and, you know, all those people around you that help. That's what we want to do. We want to get the team. We want to get the right team. We want to put it out the right way, man. I don't know. The music right now is kind of what it's been about. So we're at a stage where getting the final lineup and then taking this thing, you know, to reveal it to the masses as soon as possible.
So at what point, you know, because for a lot of people, last year was kind of like the year to forget. How long have you been working on this new material? You know,
that's it. Yeah, 2 years. That's a great question, bro. Actually, because this is 2 years. I've been holding on to that for 2 years since COVID started. I sat at home. I was like, man, I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm going to finish all these songs. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how it started. I was working with a good producer friend who I had access to a studio and gear and things that I wouldn't normally have access to. And so that was good. And so I just made use of that and really took these songs and kind of wanted to demo them and get some big guitar sounds and fatten up the bass stuff and just really try to get good demos. And then it ended up being a year of like recording all that stuff and then another year of kind of sitting on it. So yeah, it's been a crazy ride. 2 years actually sitting on this music.
So 2022, you know, what's the plan for you? You know, is there any, you know, thought in your head of bringing Sever back and playing shows, or is it the new band, the faceless band, I guess we could say at this point?
Yeah, so far, hopefully we're talking in a few months or so about what Reason 9 more. I can, and we'll have a video out and stuff like that. A song will be released, so that'll be great to come on. Hopefully Rikki Roxx show comes back, and you know I'm a big fan of the Rikki Roxx 100 show and CaveRadio. This is my first time on the CBR or CRB radio.
Yeah,
I've never done the big and bigger one, but I've done with Paulie's show before, so that was great. So thanks for having me on tonight, and also Much appreciate that.
Glad to have you on CaveRadio.
Yeah, CaveRadio rules. I've been to the studio, and it's a nice place, so please donate and help these guys keep it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, man, I'm kind of it's a weird thing for me, Rikki, because I'm a transplant from Columbus, and I've been here a while. I got some great guys. Most people know Kyle McLisaac. We also know Kyle is in about 14 bands, I think, or something. So,
He's not struggling for a gig.
Yeah, like, so, you know what I mean? And he's doing a lot of things, and I'm happy the kid's on fire, and he's a great musician, and I love him. There's not like, Sever's not gonna, it's not that I'm killing it off or anything, right? And it's my baby. The stuff that band's done has changed my life. It's the first band that I had any real success at. Really truly had any true success playing my own music at. So it's hard to kind of step back, but I believe in what I'm doing now more than I did before. So it kind of reminds me of like when I started Sever, and you know that feeling you get when you got the dreams feeling good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just had some great players, and trying to find. I've been lucky to be around some, even the bass player cats that played with me. Like we had. At the time, just other people that were in, you know, other bands that were around here, and everybody's like, I know that guy, but I don't know that singer. So it's weird, but I've also been, I've been coming here to this area, so I feel like Detroit is like my thing. So I've been coming up here since I'm 18. I want divide, you know, I'm 30, you know, now. So, and this has always been my second home, but I've now lived here 10 years. And I just feel like I want Reason 9 to be all about Detroit and kind of, you know, do that too. So we're going to kind of brand ourselves a little bit of a Detroit rock band. So, you know, that way too, a little bit. I hope everybody will accept this, because the guys in the band are at least from here. I've been from here the whole time, you know.
So, you know, a question, you know, people talk about the Detroit music scene and all this, and you're in a unique situation where you grew up in one scene and then moved to a whole other thing. You know, what's the, you know, big, since you've been here for 10 years now, what's the big difference between the Columbus, Ohio scene, you know, another big city, and the Detroit music scene?
You know, man, there was a point where I could have probably talked about that for your whole show. But at the end of the day, it's changed. Everything's changed since COVID, so it's different now. I can say this. I saw a scene, very much there was a scene of bands trying to collaborate and work together when I was making a break out of Columbus in 2010. And we just started putting, even if there wasn't a bunch of bands, there's about 3 or 4, you know, I guess what you call key holders, always playing the shows, the national shows and stuff. And you would always hear their names when they would mention local bands, and you'd hear the certain 2 or 3 names. It was nice to kind of change that. So something that I felt like I came up with a scene. We were played with the same band all the time. So you would hear Sever and, you know, whatever that band was, you know. And we started kind of just having our own little scene. And I've seen Detroit do that. I've tried to reach out. In fact, Casting Shadowz, I've considered very much a friend band. Jeff Land and I have had so many like parallels. I see him, man. Also, there's always the same people. It's interesting because there is another person like Rikki Roxx in Columbus. You know, a friend of mine who struggles, who does the radio show, and he doesn't play though, bro. So you're unique in the aspect that you're in the band where you actually play. But,
Does he have his own festival? Like, the Rocks Fest?
Rockstock. Does he have a Rockstock?
I tell you what, man. I think what you do is necessary, bro. I know it's not always glamorous or fun, but I know every musician loves you, brother. We all love you. I can tell you that. We all watch your show.
Jesus, this has turned into less of an interview with bands and more people trying to coax me back onto the show.
Trying to talk you into sanity, maybe?
I'm not. Well, I don't want you to go anywhere, man. I mean, I like it. You do what you do, man. I know how it feels when you're burnt out, though. You know, so I get that too, bro. Whatever it is, you know.
Oh God, you guys.
Now let's circle it back to the band though, because he said something interesting. I'll let you guys bounce back and forth. So you wrote these songs it sounded like during the pandemic, but now you're putting a band together. How much collaboration do you let the whoever the new guitar player, or Garrett you've mentioned. How much collaboration? Because obviously these songs you originally wrote, and now you're putting a band around these songs.
Yeah, because I don't want to be like the dictator. You know what I mean?
Right
I don't
on.
want to be like the massive dictator. I have definitely want to put the right guys in that spot so that they can add. The crazy thing is I've just been playing music a long time and I understand like how to write a song. I wouldn't claim to be a guitar player. I wouldn't claim to be a bass player or a drummer. I'm a good drummer for about 5 minutes. I'm a great rhythm guitar player all night, but I can't do a lead or nothing. You know what I mean? So obviously I need to get like good musicians around me to add to the parts. Now, when I did the stuff with the drum parts, like Garrett in particular, when I brought him in, that's a great question, because when I brought Garrett in right away, he was like, when we re-recorded something that I played, and he played real drums to it, and it changed the whole thing. I was like, wow, dude, like it's incredible how much just like human element brings to something. So structure-wise, I would say that I would like to stick to like this. So there's structure, but you know everything could be worked out if it's for the better of the song. It's always about the song. Song is number one. You know, song rules all. That makes sense.
All right, so there it is. I wish we had longer. I wish we had longer to talk to you. Usually we have bands on the show or artists on the show, and we talk for an hour. Today we got like 10 minutes. So, Mark, I will. Yeah, dude, I'll talk to you soon, man. And you know, if I do bring the show back, you know, keep us updated on what's going on with the new band.
Hey, for sure, brother. Thanks for spending too late. That's an oldie but goodie too.
All right,
appreciate you, Rikki.
All right, man. We'll take it easy. We'll talk to you soon.
Good luck, Mark.
Bye. Thanks.
Oh, cut him off. All right, that was Mark Stebelton from Sever It All, and I can tell Bob has to go to the urination station. So who do we want to hit up next? We have Kate Mueller and John Keffalo.
Let's go with Kate next, and we're going to end on John just because he's got some stuff to tease for the upcoming weeks.
All right, so we're going to play some Craft Conviction and their song One Night Love, and then we're going to get Caitlin Mueller, the front woman of the band, on the show. And now I kind of want to talk longer to see if Bob pees himself.
Shut up.
All right, so we'll be right back. The second annual CaveRadio Radiothon, the Rikki Roxx Show, right here on CRBRadio.com.
Don't you know the pain you've caused me? Don't you know what you have done? Don't pretend like
Yeah. All right. So there it is. Crafted Conviction and their song One Night Love. I don't know if it's called that or Vertigo. It's been a long time since I played that song. So we're going to get Caitlin Mueller from the band on the tip here and talk to her and see what's going on with the band. You might have saw them play at the Kelly Tucker Memorial Celebration of Life. We can get her on there. Chad says, breathe, Rikki. It's okay.
I first saw her and Crafted Conviction at the Rikki Roxx birthday party.
Oh, yeah.
With Eva Under Fire and Casting Shadowz. And
well, hopefully she picks up the phone.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Caitlin Mueller. Hello?
Please leave your message.
Oh, no.
Caitlin Mueller.
Oh, that's depressing.
Oh, man. Sorry, Kate.
Hey, Kate. This is Rikki Roxx and Bob Sergott here from the Rikki Roxx Show. We were supposed to talk to you today, and obviously you didn't pick up the phone. So you can give us a call from whatever the number is that showed up on your caller ID, and we would love to talk to you. Maybe we just saved 10 minutes so we can actually...
Well, part of it could be my fault because I thought we'd be a little after 11:15 with Caitlin, and we were just behind the whole show.
A half hour behind.
Yeah. Show's been going that way.
All right. So hopefully we'll give it another couple minutes for Caitlin Mueller. I tagged her just in a post just now, so hopefully she wakes up and is like, ooh, I was supposed to call in. This is the good part. This is the fun part about radio when you think you're going to be talking to someone and it's like, no, fuck you, bruh.
But in her defense, though, we are behind schedule. But I mean, what's the most guests you ever had on one show?
This?
Yeah.
You know, I think Raz and I, we pushed 2 once.
Yeah.
And it was rough because we're like, oh, dude, we can only talk to these guys for like 25 minutes. Now it's like we got less than 10 minutes for each of these guests.
Yeah, no, and I could talk to Jeff and Chris, and I don't know Mark that well. He seems like a cool dude. I could talk to any of them for like well over 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's the crappy thing, about, having to cut everything down to 10 minutes because there's, you get me talking to someone and I'm like, man, now I want to know about this. I want to, going down the rabbit holes and shit like that. I like to ask about touring and all this stuff. You've listened to this show enough. And if you guys out there want to see any back episodes of the Rikki Roxx Show, head on over to YouTube and just look up Roxx 100. We have a bunch over there. And then Facebook.com/Roxx 100 in the Facebook days. A lot of our shows are there as well. I guess we can try Caitlin one more time.
One more time. Sorry. Sing some
no,
Eva.
keep going.
I was singing
dude.
some Eva.
Oh, I thought you were going, one more time. Time to celebrate. Oh, yeah. All right. Let me try calling again. And I hit the number, right?
Oddly enough, though, the teaser video we'll be playing a little bit later is titled Kate.
Oh, so this hopefully it's about somebody named Kate who doesn't respond to your phone calls.
Well, if you see the video, it's not that promising for Kate.
I don't think we're going to get Caitlin Mueller.
We'll have to get her on when we bring back the Rikki Roxx Show in the future.
She's playing Diva Rockstar. She's like, those guys said 11:15. I got to be in bed by 11:30.
Well, we should get John in.
John? Who does?
We still have Detentia.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're not going to get Caitlin Mueller. So anybody that chimed in and wanted to hear Caitlin Mueller, we'll get her. If I come back to radio, we'll get her on and we'll catch up with her.
No, we still got the song playing on tonight. She did get airplay.
Yeah, she got her. She's probably like, they played the song. Don't give a fuck.
No, that's not Caitlin. She is the sweetest person in the world. There's no way she's like that.
I feel like I should, shout out some of their stuff since she can't come out on here and do it herself. I got to pull it up because I don't follow bands anymore. Crafted Conviction, you can check them out. Facebook.com/Crafted Conviction 989. Hitting the studio February 27th, recording a 3-track EP and writing new material for live shows as well. Super cool.
And shooting a music video this spring, possibly.
And
I don't know how I know that.
Oh, I think we know. And you can also, if you want to see her live, check out the Kelly Tucker Celebration of a Life video that Mr. Bob Sergott here did. You can find it on the Rocks. Or is it on the Rocks?
No, it's on. I created a Kelly Tucker Memorial YouTube page. Like, I just didn't want to throw it in. Like, I didn't want to use this video to promote Rocks 100 or my own, so I just created it. And hopefully in the future we could get other Kelly tributes, because there are some bands that didn't perform that did create videos. That was just my thought, but I hadn't reached out to them yet. But I would want to get that Kelly Tucker Memorial page going a little bit more.
So do you know what the URL? Can you just like look up like YouTube, Kelly Tucker Memorial or something?
Yeah,
like
Kelly
that?
Tucker Memorial will get you right there.
All
I think it is Kelly Tucker Memorial, actually.
Okay, so check it out and see some footage of Crafted Conviction. They're on there as well as a full stacked lineup. And hopefully we'll be able to do another one of those in the near future. Keep Bob working. So we're going to call... we got to play the thing.
Yeah, let's do it. Speaking of Caitlin, this video, I do believe, is called Kate, is it not?
It's 9 seconds long, but, you know...
It's a teaser. They have exciting stuff coming up in Detentia.
And then we're going to close the show with a full Detentia song. Since this is only a teaser for a new song and a new video that's coming out, don't mind the Rocks 100 TV down there. I didn't have time to take that out. But here it is, quick 9-second teaser. Then we'll get John Keffalo on the tip here and talk about Detentia.
It's like, I don't want to trim this off. I don't want to cut this. They cut that, and they're like, want more.
Hopefully I got all in there, because usually I have to transition things right, and I'm like, that's 9 seconds.
And they have another quick 9-second one too.
That's a quick 9 seconds. It's like usually like if I have to call someone, I have time to put their phone number in. So we're gonna get John on the line here and talk to him. Okay, so hopefully this is the right number. Let me look again. Okay, so we're going to call John from Detentia right now. And I got to do another fucking post. Thank you, Caitlin.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on, John? How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Now, I don't know if you've been following the show. We just played a video clip, and it says this Friday. Can you tell us what's going on?
9 seconds. That's the quickest transition I've ever had to make on this show between scenes. 9 seconds.
Yeah, I was watching that. That was funny. I just sat there at the end. I was like, they're probably waiting for more.
So what can you tell us about that song? That's quite the teaser. You know, it's one big hit, and then nope, that's all you guys get. Tell us about that song.
That's like that's going to be our next single. We've been working on it for maybe a little over a year now. And we got some other songs too in the works, but this song, it was written about a year ago. And we just kind of been working on it, and through the COVID, that was pretty much, we didn't really sit down to write anything. It just song just kind of popped up. So this is like one of the newest songs we've written.
So you got that song coming out and everything on Friday. What's the rest of the year looking like for you guys as far as playing shows? Because there's something I've noticed about you guys is you guys don't play a lot.
Yeah, we don't really play too often. We've played up to 5 shows a year maybe, but ever since February 29th of 2020, we haven't played. So there is going to be a show coming up this year, but nothing scheduled right now.
So you guys are just going the route of putting material out, putting songs out, putting videos out, and kind of generating the buzz that way.
We've kind of been relaxing and just, we've had opportunities to go out and play, and just didn't feel like the right time to try to promote and go out there and bring people, out into the public. So I mean, it's getting a lot more, more comfortable.
No, John,
people are wanting to go out now. So
speaking of going out, I ran into you at New Year's Eve, and I don't know if I've ever seen you this excited for a project. You were telling me about getting the album mastered and stuff. Can you just describe what you have coming? Because you were really excited when I ran into you the other night at Diesel Concert Lounge.
Yeah, we actually we're remastering 2 singles that we put out, and they sound pretty good. So we're going to release one tomorrow on YouTube, and then the next one will come out probably Wednesday or Thursday.
Wow, so really quick. You guys are just banging them out, one on Friday, one next week.
Yeah, this is going to be probably tomorrow, Wednesday, and then Friday we'll have that new single come out with our first music video ever. And the kid who filmed the music video, man, he's really good. Corey Presley was his name. And he had a vision, man, from the time he showed us the location, and he edited it perfectly. And it's too scary and violent for Facebook ad, the first teaser.
Yeah.
So I couldn't spread that one around on an ad.
Right.
So, and then, I was working on the video and I was looking at it every day, and it kind of never really hit me as something that was kind of, scary and a little maybe uncomfortable for people to watch. And then the other day I watched it for the first time in a while, and I was like, man, this is kind of fucked up. But it's just, it has a cool twist at the end of the video. And
so there's like a storyline to it. There's a storyline to it and all this.
Yeah, and it's funny when you said, oh, I wonder if it's going to be about that, some cake girl who doesn't answer the phone.
Oh yeah, no, because
if you listen to it, it's kind of it kind of could hold true to that,
And they released a teaser video earlier, and I believe your YouTube page, which showed a different 9 to 18-second clip.
And it didn't really give any audio of the. It didn't give any of the audio of the song. But this new one gives away 9 seconds, I guess.
So for the rest of 2022, because there's still 11 months left of this year, and you guys are
going to be on something. We're going to be on some kind of show. We just want to bring a lot of people out for us, and we want to do it right the first time we play,
Right.
First time we play out, so we're kind of we wanted to have new material out. We wanted to have something to celebrate, to go out there and play. And we want to make it better, so.
So I'm assuming a new record is going to be coming out this year as well for people that show up to that show, be able to pick up the album and all that.
This could lead to an album. We got other songs.
Okay.
We're working on, but we haven't really been pressing on finishing an album. Because we were working on the video, the single. We laid down a few songs, and we just haven't really taken them all the way to the finish line yet,
But no, it sounds cool. I mean, when I saw you and I talked to you for a few minutes, I just saw hadn't seen Detentia in a while, and I just saw you full of life with Detentia. So I'm really excited for what you guys have headed our way.
Yeah, it was good to see you that night, man. That was a pretty good night.
Absolutely.
Pretty fun.
All right, John, we're going to have to let you go because we're pressing up against midnight here, and we got to make way for another show. And so if and when I decide to bring the show back, we'll definitely be in touch and be able to go more in depth on the band and all that.
All right. Thanks for having me on, and Bob, thanks for reaching out.
Oh, no worries, man.
Me on here.
Good running into you and talking to you.
All right. So we'll talk to you soon, brother.
All right. Have a good one.
All right. John Keffalo from Detentia. Caitlin Mueller hit me up 5 minutes or just now, tried to call back. I literally walked away for 5 minutes and missed the call like a jackass. So it happens. And if we had more time, we would definitely call you back, Caitlin. But we played the song and gave everybody out there a little bit of a lowdown on you guys. But we got to get off the air because in just a few minutes here on CRBradio.com, you have The Damn Show, midnight from 2 a.m. to 2 a.m., The Girl Show from 2 to 4 a.m. So it's a bunch of stuff going on in the late night. The Effin' Jimbo Show from 4 to 6. Speak Your Piece from 6 to 8. Donovan Montgomery from 8 to 10 a.m. Dirty Words with Rick Prunetta from 10 to 11 a.m. And DJ Dirty White from 11 a.m. to noon. I guess he's got two different shows.
Cool.
The Pop Punk Power Hour with Mike Parsons, old friend of mine, from noon to 2 p.m. The Rebel Rooster Show from 2 to 4. Irish Music Cafe 4 to 6. Downriver Girl and Friends from 6 to 8. And Bikes, Babes, and Booze from 8 until 9 or 10 on Monday. Caitlin, we can't talk to you. I'm sorry. We're running out of time. Make sure you get those raffle tickets for the Cabrera jersey and the Basket O Shame, or Bad Decisions. That's what I called it.
The Rikki basket.
So, and then they will be giving away or doing the raffle live on CRB Radio at 9 p.m. Tomorrow. So we're going to get out of here. Bob, thank you.
Thank you for having me on. I was always wanted to be on the show. I'm going to be quick. Thank you so much. And I look forward to listening to your show next week, I hope.
We'll see. All right. So for the second annual Cave Radio Radiothon, this has been the Rikki Roxx Show. I'm Rikki Roxx. Bob Sergott sitting in that whole 3-minute drive from the greater Chesterfield area. He made it out and had a beer.
A beer.
I'm very impressed. All right, so we're going to get out of here. We're going to close out with some Detentia, at least a little bit of it, and then get off the airwaves here and make room. So see you on the other side.
Love can save the world right now. That real thing, no fooling now. I can't hold can save the world right now. Don't even think the floor will fall. Rikki Roxx, Rikki Roxx. It's Rikki Roxx, coming out of the box. Bitches come in flocks, trying to steal his jocks. He needs to be contained with padded rocks. It's the Rikki Roxx Show, spreading like the pox. Rikki Roxx, Rikki Roxx. Rikki Roxx, Rikki Roxx, yeah. Rikki Roxx, Rikki Roxx. Rikki Roxx, Rikki Roxx, yeah. Rikki Roxx up in your grill, motherfucker.